Welcome back to the channel. We got some good ass news. Mark Bell's Powered Podcast is now back up and running, is no longer canceled. If you guys haven't heard yet, Mark Bell's podcast his channel was canceled a couple weeks ago. So a little bit of backstory. I'm gonna be on a guest on their channel. Myself, Mark, and Seymour are doing a collaboration. We're doing some training vids as well as I'm gonna be a guest on their podcast. I just did the Dave Tate Table Talk and it was absolutely amazing. So I was super excited for this one as well as like my highlights of this year. So I went to check out their channel a few weeks back. I've already been watching it. I just wanted to just review myself again. I go to look it up and I'm like, man, where's the podcast at? And so I messaged Seymour and I'm like, hey, what's going on? And he's like, our channel was taken down. And I'm like, for what? So apparently they were hosting a channel on their podcast, and in their channel they had just a link in the description. They had a link to a site that sold peptides. Now, when it comes to the community policies or the guidelines, that is not allowed. And there's some very gray area in there. You gotta really read in there. And there's some things in there that are just, it's like, maybe not. And their channel is taken down after their channel's been on for over a decade. They have over 1,000 episodes, and just like a few of the episodes had this little, link in the description. Just like I do, check the link in the description below. That little link on I think 7 videos got their channel canceled without any warning. They literally just like took it right down. So I remember messaging CMA, he's like, it got taken down. Do you know anybody? I'm like, let me call some people. I know some people might help out. So I called up my manager, and then I messaged John Bravo. I'm like, hey man, did you hear? He's like, no. I'm like, do you think you have anybody that can help out? And he's like, what happened? I'm like, told him about Mark Bell. He's like, holy jeez, that's my buddy. He messaged him, and then it's just been back and forth. And luckily, they have a fan, like absolutely luckily. They have a fan that is, I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this, but they got help. And they reviewed the channel, and the channel got put back on. That's all I'm gonna say, because I don't wanna say anything else. I'm not trying to get anybody in trouble. But the scary thing about this is that without any warning, if I woke up one day and my channel was canceled, I'd be devastated. There's actually one time, if you guys remember, any OG subscribers from back in the day remember, I had my intro that was like, here's Johnny, and it had Guerrilla Radio from Rage Against the Machines in every single video. It was just like dan. That was like, here's Johnny, and then that was it. It was like 11 seconds of my intro. One day I get back, one day I'm looking on my emails and I get this, your channel has been copyright strike. And I'm like, strike, and then I'm looking at all these things like, this is what can happen. I'm like, I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, yo, like, where is this coming from? Find out what it is. And we go in there and we find out that it's my intro. For the last 3 years, my intro's been here's Johnny. So I'm panicking. I'm like, oh my God. So I'm going in the chat on YouTube Studio. I'm like asking all the questions. Hi, sorry, need to know what to do, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, is there any way that you can get copyright strike by the same person, by the same video, like more than once? Like, can you get 3 strikes in a row? Long story short, the answer is yes. If I have something in the video, anyone can sit there and copyright strike you more than once on the same thing if they decide actually to do it. And your channel can be like gone, kaput. I literally had to message Rage Against the Machines producer / lawyer, whoever takes care of their music. And I was like, hi, excuse me, my bad, huge mistake. We didn't know, we weren't trying to, screw you guys over or use any of your stuff, but we're gonna take out every single intro of all, and we'll message you as soon as it's done. And the guy was actually really cool, and they actually messaged YouTube back, and then the copyright was all gone after that. I still had to go through like there's like a little like period where I was like, I was in a probation period for like, I think it was like maybe like a month. Nonetheless, my editor went back and got rid of every single here's Johnny in every one of my intros for like literally 3 years. It was absolutely bonkers. I was losing my mind. And I just watching Mark and seeing those guys go through what they went through, like, Mark's good. Like, that guy is good. Like, he's good. But again, when it comes down to losing a channel, there's like I lost my Instagram page. And I lost my Instagram page from the day I started Instagram in 2012. That was devastating. It was memories, a lot of sentimental, like, memories in that. That's what people understand. It's like, yeah, your channel got taken down, but there's the memories. There's all of the hard work that you put, all the creativity, everything that you've created, and like this video could one day just be like, whoosh, gone. And I know people are like, well, man, just back it up and go to Patreon or go to Rumble or go whatever. It's like, guys, understand this. YouTube is the bee's knees. It is the best of the best platforms for what it does in terms of pay, number one. Like, views and pay are at the top. You can't beat it, not at all, right? Being on YouTube, having a successful channel on YouTube, or just having this platform at your disposal is like being able to have CNN at your disposal, or Fox News, or NBC, or ABC, or these big, huge, news media outlet platforms we have for free. Go on here, be as creative as you want, make great videos, education, edutainment, whatever it is for you guys, for ourselves. But if you're not careful, your channel can be like wiped out. And that for me would be over a decade. And for them was over a decade of hard work, dedication, creativity, memories, sentimental value. All those things can be thwarted, gone. This was yesterday. I'm like, any update? He's like, still waiting. I'll let you know once we know something. I'm like, cool. Then today at 10:30, I was like, you'll get it back. And he's like, we got it back. And then I called and I'm like, and then it went right to message. I'm like, take me off that silent shit so I can congratulate you properly. And they got their channel back. And as a creator on this space, on this platform, like anybody else, I don't really care if I have enemies with anybody. I don't want to see anyone get their channel taken down for any reason. If you do something stupid, if you do something absolutely stupid that is worth it, you deserve it. But like, to have a link in your description and then not even a warning, not even like a, hey, by the way, you can't do this and we're gonna give you a strike, but just to wake up and it completely gone, we all were rocked. And you know what, we're happy right now. We're all happy that Mark Bell, the Power Podcast, is back up and running. So guys, check it out. In about 2 weeks time, I'm gonna be down in Sacramento collaborating with Mark Bell and Seema on their podcast. And I cannot wait to just share the moments, share more moments, share some new memories, and to create with some other creators that are like-minded and passionate in fitness just like I am. So guys, any guys out there who are creating on this space, you have to be careful. Make sure you read the community guidelines, the policies thoroughly. If you got anything in your videos that might be teetering or tiptoeing on that line of like, if you're not sure that YouTube might be able to, get it off. You better be safe than sorry. Anyway, can't wait to see them in the next couple weeks. Till next time, guys, you know how it is. Iron sharpens iron, progressive overload your life. In the meantime, keep dream chasing. Peace.